हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, सिलसिला जारी करते हैं। तो नेक्स्ट 5 क्वेश्चंस देखते हैं शिफ्ट 1 के फरवरी 24 में जो जे मेंस का फिजिक्स का जो पेपर है उसके अंदर नेक्स्ट 5 क्वेश्चंस अपन देख लेते हैं। तो अब ये जो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस हैं उनमें से 2 क्वेश्चंस थर्मोडायनामिक्स के डिस्कस करेंगे और 2 क्वेश्चंस इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स के और एक करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का। सो लेट्स गो थ्रू देम वेरी क्विकली। पहला क्वेश्चन है, अ बॉडी कूल्स फ्रॉम 100 डिग्रीज टू 90 डिग्रीज। जो 100 से 90 पे 20 मिनट्स में कूल डाउन हो रही है। तो क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर 110 से 100 डिग्री में कूल डाउन होगी तो क्या उसे टाइम 20 मिनट से कम लगेगा, ज़्यादा लगेगा, 20 मिनट लगेगा, कितना लगेगा? तो तो उस पर एक समझ लेते हैं कि रेट ऑफ लॉस ऑफ हीट, राइट, जो डी क्यू बाई डी टी है आपका, so that dq by dt is equals to minus mc dt by dt, right, where c is the capacity, the heat capacity of the body. And if you remember the Newton's law of cooling, now there's nothing specified about the how the body is cooling. So we can take, let's say, the Newton's law of cooling, which works quite well whenever the temperature of the body is close to its environment. In this case, we are dealing with temperatures fairly close to what we typically would consider the environment temperature. So in the Newton's law of cooling, we know dq by dt is equals to some constant times T minus T environment. In other words, the rate of heat loss dq by dt, or the rate of change of temperature, is proportional to the temperature of the body. The hotter the body, higher the rate of change of temperature. So it will cool quicker. So by that logic, going from 110 to 100 degrees centigrade, it should take less than 20 minutes, as this 110 to 100 degree centigrade is higher than 100 to 90 degree centigrade. Moving on. अच्छा, इस क्वेश्चन में बड़ा सिंपल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड सा क्वेश्चन है। एक आपको क्लोज साइकिल थर्मोडायनामिक प्रोसेस गिवन है, उसमें से एक आपका आइसोबारिक है, एक आइसोकोरिक है और एक आइसोथर्मल प्रोसेस है। और इस क्लोज्ड साइकिल के अंदर वर्क डन कितना है ये पूछा गया है। तो वर्क डन के लिए अगर आप रिकॉल करें, वर्क डन ड्यूरिंग an isothermal process, nRT ln V2 by V1, right? So work done in going from B to C is positive work done, because after all the gas is expanding from V2 to V. So this will be nRT ln final, that is 2V, divided by initial, that is V. Now nRT is PV, and PV is constant in isothermal, so we can pick, let's say, the coordinates at C, because those coordinates are clearly given. So PV times ln 2. So we have 2PV ln 2. And so that is the positive work done. Then from C to A, we have the negative work done as the gas is getting compressed. So how much is the work done from C to A? So that is minus PV. So the net work done, which is the sum of the two, is simply your PV to ln 2 minus 1. Okay, moving on. Find the electric field at the center of the cube of side A. इसमें देख लेते हैं अपना जो ये चार्जेस हैं, ये चार्जेस अगर आप जो भी diagonally opposite देखें, if they are the same charges, their electric fields will be exactly opposite to each other, and because they are located at the same distance, so they will cancel each other out. तो इस Q का इस Q की वजह से कैंसिल हो जाएगा, इसका इस Q की वजह से कैंसिल हो जाएगा, और इस वाले Q का इस Q की वजह से कैंसिल हो जाएगा। बाकी बच जाते हैं ये दो charges which are positive and negative. So now if you recall, the diagonal of the cube is root 3a. So if you just remember that, then electric field at the center due to plus Q will be K times Q divided by root 3 by 2a square, right? And Q minus Q की वजह से भी same direction में होगा. So overall the magnitude will become 2kq root 3 by a by root 3a by 2 square, which will give us so इसका ये 4 ऊपर आ गया, so 8/3 k cube by a square. Okay, moving on. This is fairly simple and straightforward. I don't think that much is required here. जो C1 है, you have capacitors in series. Capacitors in series, you get, if you recall, 1 by C equivalent is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. So this becomes C by 2. And in parallel, they would simply add. So you get 2C. So their ratio becomes 1 by 4. Okay, this is the very fundamental basic application of your simply not even the Kirchhoff's voltage law, but yeah, you can use the Kirchhoff voltage law here. So they're asking what is the potential difference between these 2 points. So you figure out the current in the circuit. In this case, current is going to flow in this direction. Now we did hear that in one of the questions that there were 2 batteries in the circuit instead of 1. Irrespective, दो थी, एक थी, you figure out the current and then you simply work out your Vx minus Vi, which will be Vx minus Vi will be simply be I into 12 ohms. And what is I? I is your V by R, net is 20 ohms. So that is 1 by 5 amperes. So that will give you 2.4 volts. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.